a trophy at Luton, obviously your old club. You were no doubt absolutely thrilled to watch Arsenal go and do what they hadn't managed to do for 2 decades or so and lift the Premier League. And news today that Mikel Arteta and the club are ready to go again. The likes of Bruno Guimarães could well be on his way to Arsenal. I mean, that's a sign now, isn't it, of them ready to step on and go, very much go again.
Yep, and I had no doubt, knowing Mikel like I know Mikel, and actually being fortunate enough to spend some time there when I was with the 18s, but a little bit before that as well when I was training, to see the demands that he sets and see how hungry he is to try and improve the club and get the club back to where he feels they belong, and he's done that. He's won the Premier League, and yeah, I had no doubt that I was at the game, the Champions League final, and I saw the look in Mikel's eyes that really hurt him, and I knew that the type of character he is, he's going to want to improve again, he's going to want to go again. And yeah, I think as well there's probably an opportunity for Arsenal to go and do that and win the league next year and try and build on that, and then who knows, in the Champions League.
And in a player like Guimarães, when you've got an incredible midfielders like Declan Rice, but he's played 55 games, and you look at the other players that Arteta has used and got them over the line, somebody like him can just change the pace of a game, can't it? Change the direction, give you a different plan. How would you see him fitting into already stacked club full of talent?
Yeah, I agree with what you're saying. I think one thing that I don't see changing is Declan Rice. I think whenever the team played well last year, he was part of that. He was a big part of that. He needs a rest now. He's had a...
Beautifully. What about now, on the other side of a guy about to make a big move, it appears? I don't know what's going on at Newcastle at the moment, but Bruno to Arsenal. Do you think that's going to happen, Alex?
Yeah, I felt for several weeks it was going to happen, despite what we were being told by some sources in the northeast. Talks between intermediaries and Arsenal have been going on for some time. Bruno made it clear, I think, as far back as the end of last season, that he would like to explore this opportunity. As of last night, the two clubs were close to agreeing a fee I believe will reach as high as £80 million, and he's just waiting in La Manga with his Newcastle teammates for permission to get on that flight and undergo a medical. So yeah, good signing for Arsenal, but another big blow, as you say, for Newcastle, having already lost Anthony Gordon, Sandro Tonali, and their manager Eddie Howe. It's going to be fascinating to see how they rebuild this squad.
They need, don't they, Newcastle Crookie? They need Voltamada. They need Alanga. They need Vissa, who done well at the World Cup with Congo. They need to step up, don't they? Because big money transfers from last summer that haven't worked.
Yeah, that was basically the Alexander Isak money, wasn't it? Spent on those 3 players, and as you say, didn't work out initially. Alanga, I think, really struggled going from being a big fish in a relatively small pond at Forest to suddenly joining the juggernaut that is Newcastle, and that weight of expectation that comes, Gabs, from playing at St James's Park. Voltamada, is he a 10? Is he a number 9? Is he somewhere in between? And Johan Wissa just never got going. That he picked up an injury on international duty within days of signing and never quite looked fully fit. So yeah, those players do need to deliver, but I think the recruitment team need to deliver some signings as well, because let's not beat around the bush. One of the big factors in Eddie Howe's decision to stand down was the fact his best players were being sold from underneath him, and clearly he didn't have faith in the players that were coming in, that Newcastle would be able to mount any kind of European challenge this season.
Yeah. Alex, I believe you've been doing a bit of racing commentaries as well. What a battle that was, Gestad, with Bo Echo. Just sensational, wasn't it?
Yeah, one of the best races I've ever seen now. But I've got to say, it was one of the best Goodwoods I've been to, not just because I backed 16 winners, but the weather was glorious. The fans were out in force, and we saw some high quality racing. But it was one of the most nerve-wracking experiences of my life when I was pitched in with 2 hours' notice when Rupert Bell fell ill. But I think we just about got away with it.
Brilliant. And also, Gabby's been telling tales, Alex, about you've been bullied or something by, is it Darren McAntony from Portsmouth? From Peterborough, Posh.
He tried his best, but every time he tried to lay a glove on me, I just reminded him they were terrible last season and he hasn't signed any players and his fans are not happy. So I think I came out on top.
Yeah, but it's interesting, Posh, isn't it? Because like Dan and Barry Fry, of course, what a character.
Yes.
always look at Posh's results, not because of Adrian, but it's East Anglia.
Of course.
And yeah, you're right, they have been struggling. Gab?
Yes, quick one, Crookie. Our friend, the owner of Hull, Atune, how come he's doing your job now, mate, and he's putting out transfer speculation on social media?
Do you know what? This divides opinion, but if I was a Hull fan, I'd absolutely love this, because we all complain that we don't hear enough from the hierarchy of football clubs, from owners and chief executives. The fact he's so transparent and he put a list overnight of flags of different nationalities and the percentage of signing them, yeah, I think it's brilliant. He wrote an open letter to the fans as well, saying, look, trust me, I'm going to build you a really exciting team. And one of those flags was the Jamaican flag, Gabby.
Yes.
You'll be interested in this.
Please.
And I have checked in this morning. They are close, Hull, to completing the signing of Leon Bailey.
Thank you. Thank you.
He's a good player, Bailey. He just lost his way.
Last couple of years. Yeah, he's not the same player.
Crookie, brilliant. Thank you. Keep up the good work. Brilliant.
Stick up for yourself,
right,
Crookie.
Still, yeah.
How do you feel about the idea of Mo Salah, of course, to sponsor this Turkish team, Turkish Giants? They are being called online. He's believed to be arriving in Istanbul today. He's reportedly agreed to join Transport, and £40 million, 2-year contract. 34, still banging them in. Could he be a Turkish delight?
I don't know. Tillemans, has he gone to Turkey?
No, Manchester United.
Oh, Man United.
Has he?
Yeah, they
Shows you how.
release clause.
Great, by the way. Great business.
Someone
for United.
else went to Turkey. It surprised me. I'm trying to think who that was. Anyway, it'll come. Was it Trossard?
Trossard.
Yes, and I thought,
Trossard, yeah.
Anyway, look, they've always the big money, the Turks. So they've always, it surprised me where they could find it. But look, Salah, I'd love him to finish off on a high. I really would, because it was a shame, when he was in and out. He wasn't the same player. There's no doubt about it. Something had happened, whether it was injury or confidence. But I want to see him finishing a high, and if it's out there, great, well done.
Yeah, so he's swiping right for a lot of that.
I think as well, he's 34, but people are confused, Alan Shaban, because he cancelled his contract of a year left this season at Liverpool. People maybe thought Saudi Arabia, but maybe they're looking at younger players now. So you wouldn't expect him to be at Trabzonspor. No disrespect to...
But you do prefer the idea of Turkey to Saudi?
For him, yeah. Obviously, a better league, more competitive. European football, I think, if they're in Europe. I just thought that's where he would go. Maybe they're looking at younger players.
You've got a match.
Perfect. Nicholas Jackson to Tottenham Hotspur. Roberto De Zerbi is reportedly flirting with forwards this window, believed at Tottenham. Fancy Chelsea's Nicholas Jackson. Frustrating loan at Bayern Munich there last season. He's back at Chelsea in pre-season training in Hong Kong. But would you like to see him at Spurs?
No, not for me.
Not.
Listen,
Not getting you hot, no.
I hope he proves me wrong, to be honest. I don't think he can finish.
A flat one there.
In big games, I don't think he can finish. So I'm not overexcited, if I'm being honest, but I wish him well, I really do.
They would get like a convo. Just no.
Not even a...
No.
Yeah, not for me.
No.
Next,
moving on. Liam Delap back to Ipswich. They say never go back, but it's not been quite...
Johnny Watt went back and done well.
Well, there you go. It's not been really a match at Chelsea.
go back to your ex.
Well, do you go back to your ex in this situation?
All the time.
Ipswich, listen, I'll take fourth from bottom right now.
Yeah.
So he knows the club, and if he goes back there, good, because he puts himself about again. Is he a great finisher? I don't know. I watched him score last season. Was it last season?
Last season
against the Villa. It was the season before against Villa, opening game. Scored a cracking goal.
Imagine the front two, him and Maeda.
Well, Maeda, whoever plays alongside Maeda has got to be understanding how he presses so quick. So Ipswich, I think this is great for us because we're going to have to work hard to stay in this Premier. And when Maeda goes, everyone's got to go. You've got to press.